Hello, Father Foley here at St. Timothy's. This Sunday, Pope Leo will canonize the first millennial saint, St. Carlo Acutis. He was only 15 years old when the Lord called him home. But in that short amount of time, he had made a dramatic impact. He had led his family back to church. He had instilled in them a love for the Lord, and he gave a shining example to the new generation of what it means to be a committed disciple of Jesus Christ. This week, at all of our Masses, we will distribute these prayer cards, which have a brief history of St. Carlo Acutis on one side, and on the other side, some great quotes from him. And this is the one I'd like everyone to focus on. Even though he was only a boy, a young man, he said the following: to always be close to Jesus. That's my life plan. And that bonds perfectly with the gospel message we have today. And that is from Luke chapter 14. Jesus tells us that we cannot be his disciple unless we take up our cross and follow him. And he even says something that sounds terribly shocking to our ears. If we wish to be his disciples, he says, we must hate father, mother, wife, children, brothers, sisters, in order to follow him. Now, is our Lord calling us to hate our family, our closest relatives, those to whom we have an obligation to love and care for? And the answer is absolutely not. This is a case where the use of the words love and hate within the context of Jesus' time and culture, within the context of the Bible, help us to understand the point that Jesus is making. When they use those terms, to love, to hate, what is being done is showing the priority of importance. Who is of greater importance, or what is of greater importance? And this dovetails with the great commandments that Jesus teaches us. You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, mind, soul, and strength, and your neighbor as yourself. Those two commandments are inseparable, but if we truly wish to be able to love, forgive, care for, and help our neighbor, our mother, father, wife, children, siblings, then we have to begin by loving God, because God is the one who gives us the grace to love, to forgive, to care for, to put up with, to be constantly kind, even when we're at our wits' end. Loving God is what unlocks the ability to love one another. And that's what our Lord Jesus Christ is calling us to. Commit to him, commit to the gospel, commit to God. And you will experience the ability to love and live like Christ. St. Carlo Acutis, though only a boy, he understood that. To be always close to Jesus. That's my life's plan. And that is the example for us to follow. So with the prayers of St. Carlo, his shining example, and the grace of God, let us love one another as the Lord has loved us, and live in a way that reflects our belief in and love for Jesus Christ. God bless. Join us here at St. Tim's and St. Bart's.